Welcome, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here to another episode of Hearts of Iron 4 with Black Ice, and we are playing as Japan. Now we're getting ready. That doesn't mean we're invading, but we're getting ready for the war with China. So we have the Kwangtung Army. Now that was the army that was based sort of in Manchuria, if you will, but I don't know how specific that was. It was sort of like an army or army group command, and I would say, again, I'm not the greatest Japanese expert or whatever. I don't know how much of an expert I am on Nazi Germany, but that is one of the, shall we say, major fields of study for me. But I would say the Kwangtung Army, in essence, pulls off a coup in Japan. Is what I sort of see them as they did. All. We have, if we want to get some destroyers to go with that. Carrier fleet here. I wanted to get a few destroyers here so that we have some submarine protection built sort of in them. And significantly reinforced. They got the two fast battleships. More destroyers is sort of my main carrier-based fleet here. Spotter, spirit. Okay. In charge of that. And you can see done some organization here. I think we're going to move this one up to the Yellow Sea here to destroy. Just throws me when I see the unidentified ship type thing. Is that a submarine? You know, destroyer or something? No, just work in progress, of course. So we're going to put you on convoy rating. And here. Fair amount of convoy rating there. Just to deal with whatever the Japanese may, or the Chinese, sorry, may do. Nah, it's going to take a while longer, I think, because I needed to slow it down, I thought. We were moving fast, and we should, because we were, shall we say, just doing a lot of build up. Now we're getting ready for some real actual action. Submarine yards level 1 reached. Air Force size average. Now, many of you want me to do this. Get the planning bonuses. cancel the plan once we really sort of get ready for the war. Some of my, well, I'm doing this not because it's a bad thing to do or the wrong thing to do or whatever, or just doing it just to please the forum to some degree. What I, how do I put this? Mic a little closer, getting the sound levels. Okay, we'll deal with the screen in a second. What I don't like about the drawing the front lines of the planning, and it is to some, I almost said it isn't. It is to some degree the sort of, you know, draw battle plans, push button, walk away, come back and see if you've won the war or not. And that there is that to it. But it's also the idea that, yes, there are bonuses involved with this and can help on your assaults and everything else. But if you notice, the AI goes, oh, well, I'm going to defend everything equally, and it doesn't seem to do a good job. So that's sort of my thinking, that I'm smarter than the AI and, you know, put division, excuse me, where I think they'll do the best. Okay. Marco Polo Bridge incident. Chinese authorities claim that the breaking point has been reached regards to our unwarranted aggressions towards China. Our demands for reparations have been refused, and there are reports of Japanese nationals coming under attack in Shanghai. If we need an excuse to deal decisively with China, with the Chinese, this is it. Okay, so we've got the border incident. Early sonar. Well, there were many previous border incidents as well. Many of them wait a minute. Let's look at national focuses first here. Advanced torpedoes. Do we want to? Oh, okay, so that's independent of that. So, also I was checking the long lance torpedo. It was a really good torpedo. The U.S. started out the war with a really bad torpedo. Okay, so war with China, Chinese puppet. There's been talk both ways, and I think we're gonna go with this. We're gonna sort of do that plan. We'll see what I don't know what they can set up, because obviously Japan did puppet China. But not all puppets are equal, and even in here, obviously, not all puppets are equal. But I don't want to just do the standard sort of puppeting, though. What I don't want to do.
이동 준비 완료.
Break through there, that would be good. Rain proof after World Cup football. Okay. How are we doing a small one? Need a bunch. Oh, we got a decent amount. Let's piece this down. Republic has declared war on Beijing. Chinese Empire War. So we are now at war with China. Okay, well, that seems a little you're supposed to be over here. We're done with the diplomacy BS. Here. Are you even thinking here over that? War has started. Okay, let's need to get more fighters into production. How do I want to say this somewhat delicately. I don't think black ice I don't think black ice is balanced well, because I just don't think so. It may be me, but I'm looking at all of these different things, and we have some production of some of this stuff, but it doesn't seem like I can do the historical stuff. But I may be wrong. Because I, again, no expert on all of this, just sort of going with what I think. Okay, so hopefully we're going to be winning the air war here. Well, we bypassed war with China. That went fast. Okay. Okay, we can requisition civilian trucks, civilian cars, motorcycles, operation civilian petrol, cancel, or collect scrap materials. That's really good. We may do that soon. we're not at war with these guys yet, are we? No. Now this is, if I'm not mistaken, what happened to some degree last time when I played this. China goes to war with me, but without its allies. What's that attack? Concentrated efforts right into that. If I can get in behind Beijing. Oh, good thing I was moving units there. Now. Near the theater. Who do we want to command this on? Kai. So that's gotta be alright. We have a marine, well, an invasion sort of guy. Trickster. Overran Commando. Manchurian incident. Hit consumption. Is that who we should be having up there? Well, I know I'm going too fast for you. Most likely, I'm just looking for somebody to. Be it particularly, I guess, this guy here, or Marine Corps invasion. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to start here. Let's invade there. That'll be the starting point. Yes, that's why I. I specifically left these units here. Can't do two invasions from the same location, is that what you're telling me? Okay, well. happening at sea. Okay. Well, we've lost some airplanes. They've lost not as many. I thought, okay, well, I don't think okay, these guys, yellows, yeah, okay, well, they should be out there helping out. Here though, got my favorites, only a few of them. Guess we need some more aircraft over the yellow, more fighters. A lot of long range, but get those guys out there. Wow, we got Beijing fast. I was expecting the fortification level to be a little, and urban, be a little more hard fighting. Fall of Beijing. After a failed raid on the Japanese front line, HQ, the Chinese suffered enormous casualties. In order to prevent further casualties, the Chinese commander has ordered the troops to retreat out of Beijing. The Japanese army leader marched into the city with minimal resistance. The Forbidden Palace was reported to have some artifacts removed by the Japanese. Fortunately, most of it was evacuated back in 1933 to the south. The Japanese were only able to remove a few large bronze tubs and a few pieces of cannon. Okay. Across the river. Let's add you to this movement here. No longer from the effects of arm shipment. Okay. here.
준비 완료.
March that way.
내려. 내려.
Trying to trap up a bunch of forces here. Be effective, or we'll just keep pushing them, I don't know.
요가이. 준비 요시. 내려. 스틱다. 스틱다.
Well, we've overrun somebody good. Oh, that's breaking out good. That part of the movement is delayed a little longer than.
요가이.
I don't know that they can retreat into this territory right now, because they started this war.
세넷. 내려. 준비 완료.
Be bold and attack.
세넷. 교체.
Cross the river before I start attacking that city, I think. Okay, basic small arms factory research is finished. We are doing, aren't we? Yes, we're doing some of this, which is basic stuff. But what else? Carrier pigeons, telephone communication. Oh, you might know that much of the World War II, a lot of the artillery was called in literally by telephone, but they were field telephones. They weren't used, they didn't use radios as much as you might think. A lot of it was, they would run wires and pick them up and shift and pick them up and shift. But a lot of that was done for that. I actually have a pair of World War I pair, so you can I can hook them up and talk to each other, of field telephones from World War I, U.S. Army field telephones. Infantry division attack. Yeah, let's do that. Research time. I think it'll be useful. I hope it will. The reason I'm not I just don't need to add another enemy. I can kill these guys off one at a time. Let's see what. Okay. Inconclusive, I would say inconclusive. Not that we're not taking any damage. Or do I make sure we had a bunch of aircraft, carrier airplanes up there. Guess they're not doing any trading or anything. They're not seeming to be sinking any transports. Pocket. Not that they can't break out, but I'm hoping these guys can do really soon. And now let's see if we can. Fighter responsibility, so you are my newer fighters. Get there, China. Ground support. There we go. Tickle them, boot them. Okay, what are we? Well, now they lost some missiles. That's good. A better result. I don't expect China to have a big navy, but I thought they'd have more transports or something. No, convoys. Yugoslavia claims Bulgaria, citing foundations in the Union of South. Okay. Part of the reason I wanted to play this is I wanted to see, well, okay, nothing's happening yet, what goes on in Europe without me doing anything. You know, without me picking any German national focuses, without me, whatever. Just see what happens. Okay. Better torpedoes, that's good. Now, since we are fighting here, let's do this. Crossing these rivers does take a long time. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get down into there with you. Okay, you're not. Oh, well, you're changing operations on those. Oh, wow, look at all these guys. Okay, well. Attack here, but I hope that's what I want to do. Support that. Over here. Yes. So. No. But we can get these guys off. I got some forcing divisions if they get ashore and successfully. Oh, we need more garrison. That's you attack there with these. That division supporting. Okay, so now we need to cancel this entirely. I don't want you to keep reorganizing things on me. There we go. Modifying the government. Well, we're going to do that next episode. I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank you for liking the videos. I do appreciate that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And, of course, I love hearing from you. So post questions, comments, suggestions, ideas. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.